Hello everyone, this is Matt Burns, and with me as always...
The same as the same old James Irvine.
I noticed how you had the extra zest into your name then. But anyway, point being is, you are listening to The Burning Truth. Now, yes, we've had a few episodes missing now and again during, this month and last month, which we do apologise for due to commitments, but we wanted to make sure that we were ready and available with some great content, especially today.
Why is it especially today?
Why especially today? Because, unfortunately, this is the last episode.
Oh no, not the last episode of the year.
Yeah, last episode of the year. Not ever.
Yeah, I'll say. Last episode of the year.
Yeah. Well, last full episode of the year. Because we may put out a quick message here or two there for actual Christmas Day and potentially the New Year. And then probably going to be returning back in the new, first episode back. Probably TBT Awards, would you say?
Yeah, TBT Awards.
Oh boy. I don't envy us on that one.
No, I don't either, to be honest.
I really don't envy us on that one. Because
I think this will actually be my third TBT Awards.
Yeah, it is. Is it?
Yeah.
You could be right. Oof. For me, it's just been... It just gets more difficult at each and every single year. We do have some, we have some good, some great content. We also have to go through the bad content at times as well. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would say so. It's been a joyful year.
Yes. But we're here for something. We're all here to talk about wrestling with a hint of bullshit and, and have a laugh.
A hint?
Just a hint.
Just a hint.
A smidge. Anyway, would you be so kind? Would you kindly?
Yes, so welcome to The Burning Truth, and it is now time for that part of the show when I get Matt Burns to shut the front door. And yeah, the following broadcast may contain language, opinions, and topics that may not be suitable for those that are easily offended, or for those that are just in this for selfish reasons, or earwigging, or spying, or... Yeah, mod horses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or just sitting up on the back row, dictating to everybody, even though they don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah, fucking clueless, mate. Monster.
What's this black mark on my head?
However, I do believe that the Christmas Muppets Carol, or is it the Muppets Christmas Carol? I can't remember which way it goes round.
The Muppets Christmas Carol.
That's is much easier on the eyes and maybe not the ears, but yeah, it is.
It is. And of course, as always, we will always be in full support of Black Lives Matter. As always.
Yeah, and we're also advocates for the hashtag Speaking Out movement.
That we are, and we are friends with the LGBTQ plus community.
That we are.
And there is going to be a bit of an update. There is going to be a bit of a change going into next year. Just to point out, on a bit of the introduction. But we'll cover that a bit later.
Yeah.
But anyway, That aside, before we continue on, if you hear a lot of coughing, I do apologise. It is the season of colds, sniffles, and coughs.
I thought you were going to say cocks.
No, coughs.
Yeah, I still think cocks would have been accurate for you.
No, it ain't. But anyway, point is, apologies if you hear me coughing more than once, and repeatedly. I do apologise.
So you should. If it's not the motorbike trumping in the background, it's you.
It could have been worse, but if you said that then, if that had actually happened. Almost on cue. You're just now thinking, if only.
Yeah. So in other words, Matt Burns will be calling in work sick tomorrow.
No.
I feel poorly.
No, I won't be calling in sick. I won't. But anyway, that aside, where shall we begin? Because we have got a lot to cover.
I think we should start with releases.
The floor is yours.
So, obviously you already know, but it did come as a bit of a shock to me because obviously I was just sitting there minding my own business, just flickering through the old Facebook doodles.
Yep.
And then I come across Mandy Rose has been terminated. His contract has been terminated by WWE.
Yeah. And this wasn't just during any time. This was immediately after she had just dropped her championship after a monumental reign as the NXT Women's Champion.
Which is a shame.
Third longest reigning.
A fucking really good run.
And on top of that, was originally meant to have been defending the championship at New Year's Evil, I believe, instead of just on a regular episode of NXT. So immediately that raises questions. And then the answer suddenly came flying in almost immediately after that had happened. Unfortunately, she'd been let go.
The reason why is I can see where... See, this is the strange thing. I can see where WWE are coming from. They're still PG.
Yep.
But also at the same time, I'm thinking, well, it's a bit of double standard that, because back in the day, you practically had a Playboy magazine of your divas.
Wait. Right. I guarantee you, there's someone who's probably listening just going, but that was about 14 years ago, blah, 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 this and blah, blah, blah. That was when it was under the Attitude Era. Right, okay. We can't use a Playboy. Don't need to. Let's push that aside. And by the way, if anybody turns around and says, oh, what about the whole Paige scandal? Technically, she didn't actually release the video content herself. Somebody else did. So that's what they're going. That'll be their excuse. But what is WWE's excuse of when Mandy Rose won the NXT Championship and successfully defended it, while also gaining the new NXT UK Women's Championship, and posed completely stark naked under them, outside, doing pictures, which they did the rounds, didn't they?
Well, we don't know if she was 100% naked.
Well, supposedly stark naked, but the fact that they were implying it.
Yeah. So it is a bit of double standard, sir. So it is. But at the end of the day, the way I see it is that they have a policy. But
supposedly
she was making extra money off this website, which is just like an OnlyFans account.
Nope. It was actually her own website.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes money. No, it's not her own website. It is actually through a third party.
Yeah.
It's not her own website.
It's through her... No. It's through an application of a third party, but it was also run through her website. It was only got brought up, I believe, due to something that brought it up by suspicious standards. It was sort of, they were made aware of it a while back, but it was like just a third party thing. No one looked into it until some photos got accidentally leaked. At which point, that's when they started to look and go, "Oh, hang on."
Yeah, but surely you would be like going to Mandy and just saying like, "Oh, you know, what's going on? What sort of images are you posting on here? What sort of content are you releasing? Are you releasing videos? Are you doing this? Are you doing that?" Because let's just put it this way: it's of a pornographic nature, correct?
To a degree, yes, but not a full pornographic.
Not fully pornographic where a man and a woman are involved. It is just fully pornographic in the sense that she's completely naked.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. Where are these pictures? Never mind. Anyway, but the point being is that, you know, she can't go, you know, she's in the public eye, etc., etc., you know, the whole page thing, that wasn't her fault.
Nope.
It was private and it was leaked.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit like the whole voicemail hacking scandal.
Yeah, and if anyone even brings up the whole Seth Rollins thing, he didn't exactly release them pictures himself. A bitter individual did.
Yeah, a bitter ex. Well, somebody who was dating.
Who dated who?
But to be fair, though, to Seth Rollins, #blessed. #blessed. Good on you, brother. And Becky Lynch, ow. Oh, your poor wife.
I'm not even going to say anything because bear in mind that Big Cat was the one on Raw sitting there saying, "But size does matter" to Seth. And I'm just there thinking to myself, Seth could just probably just go, "Yeah, it does."
Yeah, he could just pull down his kegs and just point at it and go, "Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?"
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he would have been probably kicked off the air. But anyway, that aside, the point...
So the point is that she's been released. I think being released is a bit harsh. I think
it was released / fired because of the nature of it. It was so quickly. On top of that, I think what's also probably rubbed her the wrong way is the fact of how much money she was making.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you can imagine somebody of Mandy Rose. Let's just put it this way: she used to be an ex-fitness model. She got into wrestling. When was it that she came into WWE? Total Divas. So that would have been about 2016.
She was actually a runner-up on Tough Enough as well.
Yeah, runner-up on Tough Enough because the funny thing is that Paige roasted her in front of everyone.
Yeah, which is, I always find that funny. Anyone who entered Tough Enough who wins it, there's only one person out of the entire lot who's, wait. Oh wait, nobody who's won it has stayed in WWE long enough to actually win a major championship. It's always been either a runner-up
or somebody that got kicked off.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that just goes to show how good Tough Enough really was. So there you go.
The only one who you could say was the most successful winner would be John Morrison.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
That's it.
Even though in the WWE he had a bit of a lackluster career.
Intercontinental. I don't think he had US, did he?
No.
No.
Was he memorable though? You know, in terms of WWE, was he memorable? No. The only thing you could say he was memorable for is the Royal Rumbles
and Eminem.
Yeah, that's it. It's a shame, really, because I think he's fucking amazing.
And working with The Miz. But other than that...
No. That is not memorable. That is something that needs scrubbing from my mind.
I never said it was for the right reasons.
What was it? Johnny Drip?
No, I was on about the dirt sheets, but you're on about the later one when he decided to be Johnny Drip. Yeah.
You're on about the dirt sheets. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's glaze over that one.
Yeah.
So, yes, Mandy Rose looks like shit. If anything, I feel like WWE will just wait until it dies off and then she'll get a call.
The only problem is the fact of how sudden it's been done. It wasn't like it was a little bit. It was literally, as soon as found out, right, yeah, dropping the title, out the door.
Yeah, which is a shame, like I say, and it must have been heartbreaking for her.
Yeah, especially seeing as she only found out by the end of that episode of when she lost the belt. She got told on the day she was losing the belt there and then after it was done, told then, you're being let go.
No, she was told before that.
Was she told before that?
Yeah, she was told before that.
Even so,
the fans were saying, "Thank you, Mandy." They were singing, "Thank you, Mandy."
Even so, straight away, that just feels like, oh bloody hell.
Oh well, it was a bit like a pictures then, isn't it? Making a lot of young people fucking premature ejaculate.
Right.
What?
Anyway, the weird thing about it is there's more trouble brewing anyway. Now, the question is with the whole Mandy Rose situation now, she's now technically, for how quick she's been let go, and she has been released, technically, does that mean she's on a non-compete clause? Is hers 30 days or is it 90 days? Because technically she was part of the main roster.
Yeah, I was just about to say, no, because she was NXT champion.
She was NXT champion, but she had been on the main roster. Her contract was main roster.
Could have been. We don't know. Ins and outs mean nothing to me. At the end of the day, she's been sacked. If anything,
let go.
Whoever ends up snapping her up has got one hell of a wrestler on the hands.
Yeah, and who has been making a... The weird thing about it is she's got her gimmick was to be the hottest, glorious thing, toxic attraction. It was almost like she was living up her gimmick legitimately, and now they've sacked her for it.
Yeah, they never sacked The Undertaker as being a dead man.
Well, they sort of sacked a former member of the Straight Edge Society, Serena D, because she got caught drinking alcohol when she was meant to be straight edge in the public. Oh, wow.
I remember that. Fucking hell.
Yeah. The dumpster fire that is going on right now with that situation. That's bad, isn't it? The whole Mandy Rose situation. The Mandy Rose situation is quite bad.
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
Shall we add more fuel to the flames?
Yes.
Because Sasha Banks. Oh boy. What have you done, WWE? Do you know about this or not?
What tournament is that?
No, I'm saying, do you know about the whole Sasha Banks situation?
Yeah.
The fact that she's not coming back to WWE. They've actually signed an agreement for her to be fully gone by the 1st of January. As in,
No way.
No 30-day clause, no 90-day clause. She will be immediately going to another place.
I think we all know where she'll be going.
Not where you think, actually. Somebody else might have actually literally already got the potential contract ready and standing and waiting in the wings immediately as soon as she's able to sign it. And it ain't AEW. New Japan Pro Wrestling is the biggest runner-up at the moment. But you never know. Tony,
you go to New Japan Wrestling, it's only a matter of time. Just like the switch until you're fucking back in America.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, that's what I mean. Straight away, it's there. The opportunity is there. Already.
Damn.
Go on.
No, I just found some pictures.
Of what?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
Subject that we've just covered.
Right. Anyway, we'll just continue on. Now, you think we're done with the whole fact of they've now just lost Mandy Rose, who's been absolute megastar on NXT. They've now also lost Sasha Banks. And let me just point this out. Someone actually had the gall to say that Sasha Banks was arguing to get on good money.
She wanted to be on the same par as Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I'm surprised that she fucking wasn't already.
Yeah, same here. And the fact that they were saying no to her. Really?
Yeah. It's like, well, not being funny, but she's... This will be very controversial for many people, but she is a damn sight better than... I would say she's better than Becky Lynch. That's me being honest.
So some people, you can sit there and say, how can you say that, blah, blah, blah. Becky Lynch finds it at the moment difficult. She's having to keep reinvent herself when she's becoming... She had to change from being the man to big-time Bex to change from heel to face, from face to heel. And then having to go back to being the man when going from heel to face. Where Sasha Banks doesn't need to change a gimmick.
No, she doesn't.
At all. She can just naturally just go, boom, change. And don't sit there and say, when she changes her hair colour when she's heel and face. Not everyone does. She's just updating her look.
Yeah, so.
Yes. So, straight away, the fact is, if it wasn't for Sasha Banks, would Charlotte Flair be having her record, had the championship that she had, would she have had the Hell in a Cell match that she had with her? Minus the fuck up at the finish.
Yeah, but you can overlook that, though.
That's what I'm saying. The fact is, she had many great matches. Case in point, Bayley wouldn't be where she is. She wouldn't have been able to be as popular as the huggable one in NXT if it wasn't for the feud that she had with Sasha Banks.
It is true.
In NXT. And because she's decided to ask for a little bit more money, no.
I mean, she does need to be careful, like, because obviously...
You can outprice yourself.
Yeah, like many people.
Yeah. You can.
But I believe that she's worth it.
She knows her worth.
If she went to somewhere like AEW, if she went to somewhere like AEW, I think they would stem up a good amount of money, but I don't think it'd be close to what she'd expected when she was at WWE.
But there's one difference between that. She'd have creative freedom.
She would, yeah. And she'd more than likely she'd be quite noticed halfway through it.
She'd probably benefit more from that creative freedom, and on top of that, she'd be able to work on her own product, her own projects as well. Whereas WWE is sitting there saying, "Oh, if you got your own project, we want a cut of it."
Yeah, it does make me wonder, like, I'm wondering how much money she's actually made from them pictures and stuff like that, because for them to turn around and say, hang on a minute, you've been fucking holding on to this.
Yeah.
Do you remember Saraya and her fucking Twitch account? Fuck me, they went nuts over that.
Yep. And if you remember, Saraya didn't back down either.
No, she didn't.
Mandy Rose...
That's why she's got that... that's why her entrance music is zombified.
Yeah, bear in mind that Mandy Rose was actually earning more than what she was doing on her contract almost within a few months. She was outdoing her yearly contract within a few months. That's how much money she was making.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are taught... It was basically, in other words... The website stuff is her main job. WWE is her side job.
Yeah, exactly. So, if anything, she could probably just end up earning more money either way. So it doesn't really matter. But Mandy Rose, she doesn't really need wrestling.
She's already making the money.
She's too good at what she does for not to be involved in wrestling.
Yeah. Now, we understand that someone might have an opinion on the situation and may sit there and say, well, she went about it the wrong way. That's fine, but at the same time, WWE sort of didn't exactly communicate exactly to her, did they?
No.
And bear in mind, they could sit there and say, oh, but what about this? That's clear violation, instant sackable offence. Okay, then. That's fine. But shall we just rewind a little bit? How many times have the Usos been arrested for DUI?
Who's been arrested for DUIs?
Usos.
Well, Usos, Jeff Hardy, as much as I love the guy, he's still been arrested multiple times. DUIs, drug abuse, alcohol abuse.
We'll go back to drug abuse in a bit. We'll go back to drug abuse in a bit.
Yes, I know. But we need to also go back to the fact that Sasha Banks, because we're wondering a bit. So obviously you had all that controversy with the tag titles.
Yeah.
They relinquished them, saying, we ain't fucking putting up with this shit. Next thing you know, her and Naomi have fucked off. Which, by the way, Naomi, she's going to be like Impact bound, she is.
Yeah, or if she isn't Impact bound, she'll be AEW bound. She'll be somewhere bound.
Which is fine by me. I quite like Naomi. I remember a heel run, and it was brilliant. It was great to watch. She actually reinvented herself.
Good worker.
Yeah, she is a really good worker. But yeah, so it's going to be a strange one. But she's already asked to have her new name trademarked. Is it something like, I don't know what she's calling herself. Is it Sasha Blue or something like that? I don't know.
I don't know myself. That one I'd have to look up. We'd have to look into. I'd have to
There might be a bit of a conflict of interest there at AEW if she does go to AEW, because obviously you've got Sky Blue.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I saw a picture of her not long ago, and it was like, yeah.
Well, there's even contract negotiations with potentially Stardom as well.
With who?
There was a potential Stardom.
It wouldn't surprise she didn't end up somewhere like fucking Hollywood or somewhere because of Snoop Dogg.
But she's supposedly turned it down. But even so, regardless of it, she is currently already getting her name out there as much as possible.
Mm.
And doing quite well with it as well.
I've just read something on Twitter that's made me laugh.
Go on.
Someone's just put, if Uncle Howdy is Vince McMahon, I will lose my shit.
I'm pretty sure that would also impede something else as well if that happened.
Yeah. Court cases are still going on, so I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon.
No, actually, some of them have actually been dropped. Some of them have, but there's also been a speculation that if he does even attempt it, that there's going to be new cases being opened up. If he does come back.
It must be hard for the guy because he's been doing it for fucking so many years. But the fact is that we've been saying it for far too long. He's out of touch. He's been out of touch for far too long. He's like the Hugh Hefner of the fucking wrestling world. He's a creepy old dude that fucking hangs around backstage and probably ends up trying to stick his tongue in somebody's fucking ear.
But don't you just find it funny that the week that he's trying to negotiate his way of coming back into the WWE, that we have Mandy Rose gone, Sasha Banks deciding to negotiate leaving WWE, and the other incidences.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we need to get onto that other incident in the WWE.
Yeah, in case anybody wants to know, I wonder if anyone's noticed a certain individual's been missing off, got removed from Raw, supposedly being taken out by Solo Sikoa.
Hey, diddle, diddle. My name is Matt Riddle. I had a fiddle with a line of cocaine.
Oh, boy.
Not just that, but the fact that I saw it online that Matt Riddle's apparently dating a fucking sex worker.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that a new one on you?
Could you just repeat it again? I didn't quite actually hear you.
Bollocks! You didn't know. You did not know that Matt Riddle is dating a sex worker. You didn't know. Just admit it.
No, I didn't know. I just didn't. All I heard a bit of it was like, what? And then when you just said it, I don't know. I didn't know that. Fair enough.
Mr. Know-It-All doesn't know it all. Fuck you.
I don't know fucking everything.
I would stress that you don't know anything.
Really?
Yes.
I know plenty.
Yes, but there's always that one line. One sheet does plenty.
No. The thing is, didn't know that. That's his choice. That's her choice. Her choice of profession. And the thing is,
I'll chucking a fucking sausage down the Grand Canyon.
maybe that's why.
I wonder if he hears it flop when it gets to the bottom.
Bro.
It'd be the longest bro. If he ever shouted into a vagina, it'd be the longest bro ever. It'd be like, bro.
Anyway.
And then it'll hit the vagina. Then it'll hit the wall, and it'll come back and go, orb.
Anyway.
Oh, sorry, I just fucking really made myself laugh.
Anyway, point is,
fuck.
that is a serious situation that he's been caught with, failing that. Now, we know that WWE has been a bit more lenient on certain...
WWE superstar to fucking be caught with a line of coke. But modern day wise, as in within the last 3 to 4 years, yeah. Because obviously Jeff Hardy was alcohol. And there was actually no proof that he was needing rehab when he walked off that indie show.
You mean the actual house show that WWE had? He was fully clear, accusing him of it, and then it wasn't the case. Where with Matt Riddle, it isn't the case. It's come back clean. It's come back. I was going to say clean as a whistle, but no, not clean.
If a whistle filled with cocaine, then yeah, it would be clean as a whistle.
Fucking hell. But anyway, point being is, it's come back straight away. He's had to be taken off TV immediately, and he's been checked into rehab. Now, the weird thing about it is, no firing there instantly, sent off straight to rehab. That's most likely due to WWE's policy, which, if I'm not mistaken, anyone who's been a former WWE superstar who is suffering with them certain difficulties, I believe that there is a clause. They have got like a sort of rehab offer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
That's why if you ever see somebody just magically disappear off the TV, it's either one of 3 things. Number 1, injury. Number 2, grieving or family issues. Or number 3, drug and alcohol abuse.
There is a fourth, but we won't go. There is a fourth, but that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, but that wasn't just magic. That wasn't. It was like Mandy Rose was actually just different.
No, I meant fourth one being possibly death.
Oh, yeah. Well, unfortunately for us, we've had the unfortunate of seeing people, wrestlers, severely injured and die in the middle of the ring on TV.
Yeah, I've seen injuries happen in front of me. Lo and behold, not the worst of the worst hasn't. What?
When would you have seen that?
Really? Do I have to list them?
No, would that have been me? The most recent one being me.
Yes, you're the most recent one I've seen on anybody else.
Mm.
On anybody else. If it was myself included, then it'd be me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, broke my finger, matey.
I didn't break my finger. I fucking fractured it. Which sucks.
Let's see.
Still finished the match like you did, but yours was far worse.
say, don't even get fucking comparing your
I wasn't comparing. Did I compare? No. Did I compare?
I would take a fractured penis over what the fucking injury I had.
I think any fucker would. I think anyone would.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, give me a fractured penis. Not saying that there's a thing.
Wait.
That there is such an injury of a fractured penis.
Oddly enough, it has. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
What? Oh, you mean like fucking somebody breaking the penis?
I've actually come across somebody who's done that.
Broken penis? Well, fuck me.
I've actually come across somebody who's done it.
I don't know. Too much information.
It was only because I was in the hospital at the time.
To make it sound like it was you.
No, it wasn't me. It was
even make a joke. Listen, I couldn't even make a joke out of it then because literally straight away it sounded like it was you.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Well, you know, bad jokes aside, but I was in for another operation that saved my life at the time. But
you had your bell end chopped off.
No.
These jokes are just too easy, man. Just move on. Fucking hell.
No. But anyway, that aside, right.
Broken penis, mate. Giant penis.
Fuck's sake. Diabetes. Anyway. I wasn't the victim, so fuck off.
No, it was a little man.
No, it was.
Just stop.
Breathe.
Oh, my sides are hurting. Literally, when I was speared twice on Friday, literally, I laugh, my ribs hurt.
And don't forget your body slam as well.
Oh, no, that was fine.
That's fine.
That was fine. I thought it sucked a lot more than it did. But, you know, the guy just literally deadlifted me. And I was like, oh, so we're going.
He's not exactly small, is he, though? And he didn't just he didn't just hit you with a spear either.
Well, no, he didn't. But anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Just give me a minute.
Yeah, so anyway, hey diddle, my name is Matt Riddle, and I have been sniffing cocaine.
Yep.
That could be quite damaging to his career because obviously they do frown upon it. If he can't get himself clean, they'll end up letting him go. Again, it's a shame because obviously we've seen Jeff Hardy go through this, and we know that Matt Riddle has been several times. He's been on a big push.
Yeah, and bear in mind that in the previous stuff, it was the reefer that he was getting in trouble for. But they've now managed to wait. They've managed now.
They knew they were smoking the reefer.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's now somehow managed to convince them that the reefer isn't so bad, and medically cleared and everything. In certain areas, it's actually all legal to have it. In certain areas.
Oh, well, I was just trying to have sex with my new missus, and she took some talcum powder. Well, I thought it was talcum powder.
Fuck's sake! That's almost just
so I could see the damp patch. Just so I could see the damp patch, and I went down just so I could have a good old rummage and a good old munch, and I got high as fuck.
That was almost as bad as almost saying I walked in the room, tripped, fell over, my penis fell out.
Yeah, walking on your wife cheating. The good old Guilty Conscience song by Eminem. What? She slipped, fell, and landed on his dick.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. entertaining as always. And as we were saying earlier, that we are just going to be talking bollocks. Hope that helps. And if anybody who isn't from the UK is listening in and they're wondering what we're talking about when we say bollocks, we just talk shite, utter crap.
Cojones, bollocks, balls, gonads, genitalia,
fruits. If you want to know more, just watch Austin Powers. That rocket looks like a giant Johnson.
That looks like a massive tallywhacker.
Oh, dear.
With a pair of giant balls.
That looks like a giant penis.
Wow.
Part of the male reproductive system.
Anyway.
That penis.
Let's get back on the topic. The point being is, he's now in rehab, and the situation is with this is something that can't be easily taken off, and it's going to stay on his stay on his record. The fact that he's done
Unfortunately, when we've seen it in the past, we've seen people's careers who were just skyrocketed, like Jeff Hardy, and all of a sudden the drugs and alcohol takes over. Next thing you know, the wrestling on TNA.
Rock and roll lifestyle, and oh boy, we'll never forget that famous match of Jeff Hardy versus Sting.
Yeah, that match was over very quickly.
That was shit, Sting. Yes, I know.
Yeah, that was shit, Sting. Yes, why fucking no?
Yeah.
And bearing in mind that Jeff Hardy's back in rehab still.
Yeah.
And he's been off AEW TV now for thingy. I just think that it's nearly time for Jeff to retire.
Yeah.
Because he seemed to be a lot happier doing his music.
The problem is he taking it because of the injuries? Which could be the case, but then if that's the case and you got that many injuries, then the pain management that you're being given isn't good enough, which means then if pain management isn't working enough for you to be able to do wrestling, you might need to consider alternative works.
Yeah, but it was alcohol this time, not hard drugs.
No, but it's even alcohol. Even so,
it's because of the DUI. He got caught driving under the influence
DUI,
again.
Yeah.
And straight away court order, because they've got good solicitors in wrestling. Well, lawyers, as you say in America, because they've got good lawyers, they'll get off with a slap on the wrist and a trip to rehab.
But
I feel sorry for Matt. That's the only one who seems to have his head screwed on.
Well, it's a bit silly, the fact that you got Jeff Hardy, who's the one who rises massively to stardom, and Matt, who's the responsible one, who ended up having to create many different ways of doing his career and everything, changing, end up getting to going crazy gimmick.
Yeah.
To get over.
But Matt Hardy moves around. If you watch him recently, like I've been catching up on AEW, all I've got to do is just watch Winter is Coming and this week's Rampage, then I'm all caught up.
Yeah.
But bear
you can tell
in mind. Yeah, so just I know some of the results, but I don't want to talk about. I'll happily talk about previous weeks because I've seen some fucking belting matches, absolutely fucking phenomenal. But I'll talk about them in a bit.
Yep.
So yeah, it's very. See, you lost my trail of thought now.
He's got a few bumps and bruises. And the way he's having to move.
He moves around very gingerly. I've always said it's because of all the leg drops that he's done, where it's very difficult for him to get up and move around. You watch him in the battle royale that they had on AEW. Obviously, he's under that contract of the firm. So he's like, "Oh, you've got to do as I say," and we all thought that he was going to snap at one point. But anyway, he went down, and it's like he's moving very gingerly, but he's been moving quite gingerly and stiff like that for years.
Yeah.
It's only been the last 6, 7, 8 years where you've really noticed it.
Yeah, and it's just really, really weird on how it's come about.
Yeah, but still solid worker, though.
Still solid worker, but again, he's having to work his style. And I will say this: I can guarantee it. There's a certain leg drop every time I've seen him do it. That when he does it, I cringe.
Yeah, you cry, especially considering that you know what Hulk Hogan's been through.
Bear in mind, Hogan always did the running one, didn't he? Running, just a running jump, atomic leg drop. Bear in mind that Matt Hardy decided, oh look, I'm on a cage.
Yeah, that honestly, dude, don't. It sends a shiver up my spine every time I watch it.
Just hearing it sends you a shiver. I'm watching it. As soon as he lands, I mean, the second you hear his posterior hit that canvas, you're like, piles, piles, piles.
Never mind piles, more like fucking, how many fucking slip discs have you got now?
Yeah. And somebody actually asked me why, genuinely asked me, I believe it was a few weeks ago, why I don't do leg drops. I fucking wonder why.
Case in point.
I like my spine.
You've got to be. I mean, for Hulk Hogan, he still managed to wrestle for quite a long time. But you think about the height that Matt Hardy was jumping from, he probably shaved about a good 8 to 10 years off his career.
And he did it more than once.
Yeah, off the top of a fucking ladder, remember? The big ladder.
Yeah.
Onto another ladder with a person on it.
Yeah.
And through tables. It started off from the top rope.
Oh, bear in mind, he actually put himself through a table to stop someone from putting his brother through a table.
Yeah.
Which is like, why?
Mate, honestly, I just could not. Leg drops are always one of them things where I think to myself, I like my spine too much. And plus, I have actually slipped on a Haribo and broke my coccyx before. A fucking Haribo.
Sucks, doesn't it?
It really, really wouldn't. It wouldn't be much of a joke if it wasn't the actual fucking dummy out of the Haribos that I slipped on. So yeah, it did suck, quite literally. I remember sitting in my car.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to pause for a minute, simply because, and just let you continue, because I need to avoid all the really bad puns. I'm doing my best to avoid the bad puns.
Yeah, well, like I say, never, ever, ever, ever try and get out of your car with one foot and not look at the floor to see what's on the floor first. That's all I'm going to say. I just remember lying in my car on the back seat, literally tears streaming down my face because the pain was so fucking intense. it felt like somebody had just got a spike and stuck it straight up my back passage and slammed it in with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I can sympathise with that one a little bit, because I'll never forget when I ended up bruising the coccyx bone by getting superplexed.
Oh God, don't! I can imagine that sucked.
And then this was during the years when I was in higher education.
Was it an educating experience?
Let's just say this: the training session when I did it was on a Sunday. What did I have to do on the Monday?
College?
Uni.
Excuse me.
I was at uni. So I then had to drive myself there. Ow. Get out, go into a desk, and then sit on some of their seats, which some of them, I will say, so thank God they were cushioned. Others, not so much. It was more of a... That's all you heard off me as I sat down.
Painful.
Yeah. But yeah. Point being is, it's a case of, this is something that a lot of people are now just turning around just going, oh, Triple H is at fault here now, blah, 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 blah. Not necessarily always Triple H's fault, because some of these issues were happening likely during under the Vince McMahon rule era.
Which issues are you talking about now?
Mandy Rose, Sasha Banks, Riddle.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about like Matt and Jeff Hardy, like, but yeah, okay.
No, but we went to the Matt and Jeff Hardy because of Riddle.
Yeah, no, that's true. But yeah, there's plenty of other wrestlers though that have turned to drugs because of wrestling.
Yeah. There's plenty, and plenty of them have paid the consequences, be it either a stroke, heart attack, or worse.
Because it was Animal, wasn't it? Was it Animal or the Road Warriors? Was it Hawk?
It was Hawk who went first.
Yeah. Drugs.
But with him, he was on the drugs and then got off the drugs. And then he started helping people out a lot, and it was almost like it was a weird, strange vibe. What I think didn't exactly help Hawk was the fact that he just got off them, and WWE decided to run a case of, oh, let's use your real-life trauma and basically air it on air.
Jim Neidhart?
Jim Neidhart, yep. There's many wrestlers who have had many issues and many situations where you sit there, too soon.
You can't tell me as well that Ric Flair didn't do drugs, because fuck me, for to be as wired as he always is, you'd have to.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we've actually got a interview with an individual who isn't a wrestler, but still managed to be a date of Nigel McGuinness to a WrestleMania event, and has plenty of stories with Ric Flair in a bar.
Oh, that's fair enough.
And as you can imagine, from what stories we ended up having after that interview, oh, good God. Let's just say, so some of these stories that we were told, we can't legally air, we can't legally discuss. Because we don't know how, how many individuals or how many people are going to get damn well arrested because of it.
Anyway,
the most that we can discuss.
Let's move on.
Move on. Where shall we head to next? Shall we head to next?
I'm going to take a massive sidestep and go straight to. Well, it's not much of a massive sidestep. It's still wrestling related, so it's AEW.
Yep.
So, looking at AEW, I've caught up on a lot over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
The last couple of days. So, I've watched 2 episodes of Dynamite. I've watched 2 episodes of Rampage. I haven't watched Final Battle, but that'll be one that I watch at a later date because I know all the results for it anyway.
Chef's kiss for the finish. That's all I'll say.
You are?
Chef's kiss for the finish.
Yeah.
Do you know the finish?
No, I just know the results.
What's that say to you already from me? Chef's kiss finish.
You chef kiss a lot of things. It's very good diabetes.
No. I'm about to say this. I have never seen a match finish that way, ever.
Interesting. What was the final match? Jericho and Cesaro?
Yeah. I have never seen a match end that way.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to it, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Continue.
But yeah, so I've been catching up. Like I'm enjoying the stuff. Jade Cargill actually did one thing that impressed me.
Go on.
And that was like fucking hell. It was a choke slam, basically.
Ooh.
Apart from last week's Dynamite.
Yeah, I know which one you're on about, but some news has just come in. Has just popped up, but I'll discuss that later.
Why couldn't you just told me later instead of bringing it up midway through me fucking talk?
I do apologise because it's not exactly small news.
Oh, for God's sake, shut the fuck up.
Please continue.
Anyway, she did something that really, really shocked me because I was like, even for a well-built woman, very hard to do.
Yeah.
And it was like, Jesus Christ. And it was literally like, it looked good as well. It's probably the only thing that she's ever done that actually looked good.
I'm not saying. Continue.
It's a decent finish. It's a good finisher. It looks nasty. The rollover into a pin is really good. Works well for her persona, etc., etc. But the rest of the moveset is fucking garbage. It's like, even in a 6-man tag, nobody wants to fucking wrestle her, so they fucking like, yeah, just stay on the apron, Jade. Just stay on the apron. We'll tag you in once.
Just stay on the apron, look green and not like money.
Yeah, just you just stand there like that goose shit that you are. But anyway, I don't understand this whole fucking feud she's got going on with a rapper. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
Bow wow.
I really do wish it would just go away and disappear. I think it's time now for her to drop that title because I look at that counter of like that 41-0, and
you're cringing.
I'm not even angry anymore. I'm just bored,
disappointed, bored,
I find myself physically reaching for the remote to fast forward.
Ouch.
Yeah,
no. Fast forward. We can't, Ben. It's live. Pause it then.
Yeah, it's ever likely I watch the replays so I can fast forward the shit.
Yeah.
There's literally only ever one match that I have to skip, and that's, unfortunately, it's Jade Cargill's matches because I just see them as a car crash.
Yeah.
When I actually watch the 6-woman tag.
For the other workers.
Because Sky Blue's really impressed. So I'm just literally looking at her and I'm going, and Kira Hogan as well, she's really impressed me. Even she was like, when she comes in for the hot tag, it was like, oh fuck, I've got fucking Wake Jade.
Here comes,
like,
never mind that shit. Here comes Jade.
Yeah, it's not Mongo anymore. It's fucking Jade. It's like, it just still takes me back to that. There's one thing that sticks in my head that was like a really big fucking terrible no, and that was the deer in headlights moment between her and Willow.
Yeah.
Willow was the only one that actually managed to fucking stop her from going deer in headlights. Oh, do I forearm now? Do I stay? Just fucking give her a forearm.
Wham!
If it's the wrong thing to do, she'll let you know, and then you can talk whilst you fucking just piss off.
If you're a bit winded or anything, communicate.
Which shocked me, which brings me to my next fucking botch.
Mm-hmm.
Which shocked me when I saw Moxley and Takeshita.
Oh.
Takeshita froze for for a split second. It was like he was waiting for Moxley to do something, and Moxley was like, "Come at me."
Yeah.
It was just that 1 second pause that made it, and it was such a good match, and it was like that one thing just made it look shit.
Yeah.
But to say that Takeshita's over now is an understatement.
Yeah.
That dude can wrestle out of his fucking socks. And the fact that he kicked out of the fucking paradigm shift on a 1 count.
Yeah.
I bet even Moxley gave him that as well.
It was one of them. It was like, everyone was like going, "Excuse me."
Yeah, even Moxley's face said it all.
Excuse me, like, sir. Excuse me, sir.
I managed to catch up on all the Regal stuff as well, and it works, and I'm glad that they've done it that way. And yeah, to be fair, I think Regal had become surplus to requirements, but he's going to be missed when he goes on to like the fucking announcers table and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and fucking charming as always, but fucking ripping into people in a charming way.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Man in the Mask, you always impress me, you do. You absolute jelly wobble, I want to squish your face. You know what I mean? There's stuff like that. It just made me laugh.
He was so entertaining on it. And the fact that it was entertaining because you got Excalibur and Taz pissing themselves laughing that much. It's on Botchamania.
Yeah.
But the weird thing about it is, it's that good. It's not actually a botch, but it's that funny.
Yeah, it's that funny that you can't ignore it.
You can't ignore it.
I mean, when he turned around and said it called fucking who was it? It was Jericho. He called Jericho a tosspot.
I remember that.
He goes, "What? Can't I say tosspot on this live on air?" He was like, "No, I don't think so." He was like, "Oh well, he's still a tosspot."
Bit late now.
Like, no, it's a bit late now. I think he called him a fucking tosser as well. It was like,
No, but what made it even more funny is for us, we know what he means. The Americans are like, tosser?
Yeah, so like in America, you would say that if you are throwing somebody off a bridge, you are tossing them off. For us, that means you are having a wank.
You're tossing them off.
That you are tossing somebody off. And it's like, kind of doesn't mean the same. Because Taz actually pointed that out as well. So
do you know who also pointed that? Do you know who also pointed that out on social media about avoiding the word tossing off? Mick Foley.
Yeah, he did that post on Twitter before he went off Twitter because he's mad about some reason, whatever.
Yeah.
But he did that post and he was like, yes,
please stop saying toss me off.
When people say that Undertaker tossed me off, it doesn't mean the same thing in Britain.
But it's nice that he's understanding our culture. Fucking hilarious.
Well, he's got no choice, otherwise nobody would give him directions for the fish and chip shop.
Why? Because they'd be scared you might get tossed off.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. But then again, you'll have all the old ladies standing outside going, hey, can buy me a can of Coke and I'll toss you off. No, love. No, I shall. Anyway. Thankfully, will pass.
Anyway, I believe, did you watch the... So, have you seen the promo battle between MJF?
Ricky Starks?
Yeah.
Very, 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 very good. Very good. Ricky Starks, I think he literally fucking slapped down MJF there.
Maxi pad
was so fucking funny. As soon as I heard it, I was like, wait, that's a jam rag. I know that you saw the smirk on his face as soon as he said it and the crowd started chanting it. The smirk on fucking Ricky Stark's face was brilliant.
Yeah.
The fact that MJF was saying that he was a knockoff Rock, I was like, he doesn't really do many moves that the Rock does.
No, but he's saying the way he carries himself in promos and everything to a degree, which he does. I get where he comes from a little bit, but it's a little bit. But he puts his own spin on it, and the thing is, as soon as he said he's a knockoff Rock, he literally ripped him a new arsehole like the Rock would.
Yeah, exactly. He fucking did. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was actually sitting here, when you have them moments where you just mark out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that for me. I was like, fucking hell, that was so good.
Yeah.
That was absolutely fucking fantastic. And it's like I say, it's just fucking brilliant promo.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And the fact that he just literally gave him shit. I mean, I know that he didn't win the title. I know that. But, he's still got a shot at the Diamond Ring. Has he not? Or did he put that on the line at Winter is Coming as well?
All on the line. Everything. No. The shot happened for the ring and for the belt.
On the same night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was Winner Takes All.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, dear.
But
so MJF
I can't wait until you watch Winter is Coming. Because there is a surprise on there as well that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I'm shocked at who Orange Cassidy's opponent was.
Could you repeat that?
I said I was genuinely surprised who Orange Cassidy's opponent was that Kip Sabian bought.
Were you twizzling your moustache?
I fucking was, yeah. I was like, fuck. That is a solid fucking signing, that is.
Not signed? Not signed yet?
What,
yeah.
Fucking hell, they need to sign him up because that match was fucking brilliant.
He's not even signed yet. And I think the fact of him teaming with Sabian, it's like, oh, that works.
Yeah.
That works. And Trent Seven looked like he was a natural in his role as well.
Yeah, I mean, even the crowd knew who he was as well, and that's when you know you're doing well.
Yeah.
It's when you come from Britain, and immediately when your music hits and your name comes up on the Titantron, you're over.
Yeah.
If the crowd reacts, they know who you are, and you're over, and they all know what he's capable of.
Oh, damn right. Damn right. There's plenty more to watch. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah, well, I've got to catch up on Winter is Coming and Rampage for this week, but near enough caught up now, so
we'll get there.
But yeah, there's been some stellar matches. I mean, the Acclaimed versus FTR, that was fucking immense.
Can we saying to you, you've got some immense matches coming up?
Yeah. No, I remember you saying. That's why I was looking forward to it.
I had to say you got some, and if you notice, I didn't say a fucking thing. Really? You know, I just found out. Did you know that Channel 7 also got it even a starring role in a film?
I did not know that, no.
Transformers: The Last Night.
Why? Who did he play?
Hikist. It was like a random. I think it's just one of the random characters in it.
Bit like Eddie Hall.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, don't matter. It still counts.
Well, I'll say fucking counts on it. So
nice.
You know, I know people who are security guards that have been in films, quite big films, and you don't really know who they are until it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, you can get caught out by a lot of people who sit there thinking, oh, I don't, you know, it's like, you know, what's he famous for? And then you sit there, and you point it out, he's famous for being that person in wrestling.
Yeah. But it's not just that, though. It's like, I was working with a guy once who had been in The Fifth Element.
I've also just found out that Trans 7 also works for BT Sport. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been working with BT Sport. And ironically, he's a co-host on WWE The Run-In. So he's managed to do WWE The Run-In while also doing an all-elite wrestling match.
Yeah, it doesn't mean the forbidden door's open, Kyle.
No, it's not the forbidden. No, it's not the forbidden door.
Mean what?
Listen, it's not the forbidden door. It's just the fact of he's managed to get that through him not being part of WWE, but he's actually got a working deal with BT Sport, which is clever because BT Sports, yes, they have got a deal with WWE. Doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, anyone who's being employed by BT Sports is currently under contract for WWE. He's a free man. Agreed?
It's a good way about it, to be fair.
Smart. It's smart because at the same time, it's very smart because if he's able to work at AEW wherever he wants, he's still keeping his name fresh there. But if he's working on WWE The Run-In as well, he's also keeping up on what's going on in WWE as well.
Yeah, even though that is like obvious, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's going on. He won't know what's going on in the back, in the background. He'll just know what's happened.
Exactly, but he won't. He won't need to. That's the thing. He won't need to.
Yeah, but anyway, I was just surprised that he was on AEW. That's all.
Yeah,
I just thought a match like as well was really good.
Oh, definitely.
It was just something special, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Good call, good watch.
Nice. It was nice to see him there, and the crowd were into it. They were actually chanting, "This is awesome," at one point. Well, no, a couple of points, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just when you thought that Orange Cassidy was going to lose, that's how good the storytelling was in that match. It's just that you didn't know who was going to win.
Yeah.
You didn't know who was going to win. And that's how I like to feel watching a wrestling match, rather than thinking like, oh, MJF's only just become champion, so, we know he's going to beat fucking Ricky Starks because he can't lose the championship now. But that's only because we know the wrestling business.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't make sense.
True.
Who the next face is that's going to be champion, I do not know.
No idea.
Really couldn't call it right now. MJF is a huge personality in AEW.
Yeah.
And the fact that he keeps bringing up his connections with WWE, etc., etc. We all know it's a wind-up. We all know it's a fucking wind-up. But if it does come to it in 2024, if it does come to it and he ends up going to WWE, hats off to him. He deserves to be top of the food chain because he's done really well for himself. And he's only 26, is he? 27?
MJF. I believe.
He's very young.
26.
26. So that'll be the youngest ever AEW champion.
Yeah.
And how is he managed that? By being a bastard.
Oh, definitely. Anyone who says...
One thing I am getting really bored of is the Trios Championship matches. I'm getting bored of it. I'm hoping that the best of 7 doesn't go all the way to 7.
But, it is.
Unfortunately, yes. It's only going to end up in one way, and that is Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks winning the fucking titles.
If they do, then it will just basically just prove... It just felt like it was like a sudden cop-out, like they had the first match, right, which it wasn't even part of a series then. They lost. Right. Get them gone. Back of the line. No, we just decided to just make it into a best of 7 series now. Excuse me?
Yeah, exactly. And that just proves a point.
Yeah.
It does. That just proves a point that Punk was making.
Yeah. They lost, and because it didn't get the reaction that they were wanted or expected, it's like, let's see what reaction we can get from them. It's like, okay, if it works, if it gets the reaction, fine. But it's going to be a short-lived one because people know they're in power.
Especially in California, Chicago.
Yeah.
The one in Chicago said it all for me.
Yeah.
We were getting chants of CM Punk, which was going to happen. Had it on during other matches, chanting as CM Punk. They did the whole piss take towards CM Punk with the buckshot lariat fail.
Yeah. Go to sleep.
I was just like, they go to sleep. And it's like, do you really think Punk's going to be bothered by that? Not really, no.
If it is that he is coming back and everything's all above board and they've given the okay, fine. Got no issues with that.
Yeah, if it leads into a feud, then, but why is Tony Khan letting them get away?
It's not Tony Khan. It's why it's sort of... It's not Tony Khan who's doing it. It's the fact that Tony Khan's allowing it to happen. It's like...
Well, that's what I meant.
it's literally they're almost like going nah, 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 nah. It's like fucking grow up.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit like, it's like me having my picture taken with a twat on Twitter. Well, I've got to leave me mark somewhere, haven't I? I mean, don't get me wrong. If it wasn't so controversial,
You absolute fucking monster.
as their situation is very controversial.
Yeah.
Very controversial. We know the ins and outs of it. We've been through it before. I'm not going through it again.
We've covered it. Been there, done that. Fucking move on. Agreed?
So, it's very controversial. So for them to be, I think the only one, I would say the only person who hasn't really risen to it is Kenny Omega so far.
Wrong.
What was it? What did he do?
He did the go to sleep and also biting somebody's arm or leg.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, my mistake. It just doesn't shine well on AEW. It really doesn't. It's not really a company. It's not really making the company look like a place where people would want to go and wrestle if that's how they're going to be treated.
Yeah.
If some between them, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, they could fall out and have a disagreement. You know what I mean? It just doesn't bode well for me.
Yeah.
Another one that's racking my brain at the moment is Miro. Where is he?
Yeah.
I know I've heard that there's been created. You've
got nothing for him. That's it. He had the
whole Redeemer gimmick going on. So how have they got nothing for him?
They've got nothing for him to go on to. Nothing for him to advance further onto. As of yet. In other words,
bullshit, right?
If he does come back, it's basically he might have to take a step back. But it's like, hang on, you've got the whole of AEW, you've also now got the whole of ROH, and you can't find something for him?
No, I think there's more into it. Got nothing for him. I know I heard that there was creative differences.
Yeah.
Which, it's like, well, why would I move from WWE to AEW just to get treated the same?
Yeah.
Because we all know that when Miro was in WWE, he should have been champion.
Yep.
Rusev Day was massively over, and he should have been champion.
Yeah.
So the fact now is that he's gone to AEW. Yeah, he won a title, and he had a fucking great run with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, we've got nothing for you. I mean, obviously, he got laid off, didn't he, because of injury?
Well, there is comments that he's made on his absence from AEW TV.
And they are...
I'm literally speaking about it. It's literally...
Googling it.
No, not on Google. On one of the sources. Spicy questions, it's not up to me. I'm doing everything I can. From then on, I'm just sitting and waiting for the opportunity.
Fucking waste. He was supposed to have been doing the whole thing with Malachi Black.
Yep.
And then obviously he had to take a hiatus, and ever since that fell apart, there's nothing for him. You've got the All Atlantic Championship. Give that to him.
Yeah.
Give that to him. Let him work with it. Have him be the first fucking person to beat Orange Cassidy for the title.
On one side, it's saying he's supposedly very picky over his storylines. He could be getting too picky with his storylines.
Yeah, because this is the thing, right? Yeah, okay. Is his start in AEW was very lackluster and it was a bit dull. But then it was like it really picked up.
Yeah.
Because was it Kip Sabian that he was with?
Yeah. Best man.
Yeah, Kip Sabian. He was with Kip Sabian, and then it was like he branched off.
Yep.
Made a name for himself under a new name, which is very difficult to do.
The Redeemer.
Wins the TNT title. Does a Wardlow with it.
Mm-hmm.
Does really well. Solid defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. That's another fucking good match. Darby Allin versus fucking Samoa Joe.
I bet you found
fucking hell, man.
I bet you at times you found it hard to watch.
No, I was glued.
No. As in, certain individuals would be finding it hard to watch because it was brutal.
Yeah, certain individuals would find it hard to watch. Me, myself, personally, no. I really enjoyed it. I was literally
it's entertaining, but
to the...
it's one of them. It's like, yeah, it's entertaining, but that had to hurt.
Oh, mate, the skateboard at the end. Oh,
that had to suck.
As soon as he flipped it upside down, I was like, his back could hit the wheels.
Yeah.
And when it did, I was like, oh, God.
It's Darby Allin, though, again. Abuse my body.
We were speaking about shortening your career earlier.
No shit! He's one of the biggest instigators. I will find you a clip at some point after this episode's done where he literally took a back body drop over the ropes. You see his leg hit the barricade in the back of his skull at the floor. It's like, nope. Just nope.
Who was that against? Because I think I've seen that.
It's a fatal four-way on a I don't know which company it was for. It was just someone just body drops him clean over those. You just see him go. You hear his leg. You hear him go whip, and you hear the.
Yeah, but if you remember, the story is Darby Allin that he broke both of his legs skateboarding and then wheeled himself to the hospital on his skateboard.
Yeah. It doesn't say he has to break his spinal cord either.
No. But like I say, I just thought that match was fucking stellar. That got This Is Awesome chance as well.
Yeah.
There's just too many matches, and people are saying like, it's coming to the UK, blah blah blah. I'm not interested, blah blah blah. Well, your fucking loss then is my gain.
Yep, I don't mind.
I will take your fucking seat, and I will sit there very very happily and watch to my heart's content. And if I'm booked on a show for that weekend, the booking will be cancelled, and I will be going to the fucking AEW.
I think I just found the clip for you. I may have just found the clip. So, apologies already in it. It was for Evolve. It was for Evolve. Just.
Oh, you understand it, for fuck's sake.
The clip even has a slow motion, so you have been warned. You have been warned. So if you do hear any background noise from your colleague, that's because he's watching a certain clip. But in the meantime, it's just AEW seems to be on a massive rise right now. It's not just the odd thing about it is it's yeah.
Oh,
Do you get where I'm coming from?
you were supposed to do that. I don't think he was supposed to do that.
What did you think he was meant to have done?
I genuinely think, I reckon the plan would have been either to try and stand on the railing.
No,
from
that
the
ain't
back.
happening.
So flip onto the railing. Oh, well, if he'd have pulled it off, you wouldn't have been saying that, would you?
It'd be impressive, but you immediately see
It's supposed to have landed over the other side of the railing, which I think it's the latter.
Yeah, I think he was meant to have landed over the railing and had his upper back on the railing, so he landed on his feet and so he could sell right in front of the crowd.
That's still going to fucking suck.
Yeah. Either way,
But it went from like, oh, this is the potential to really suck, this does. And yeah, it really sucked.
It sucked more than what I anticipated.
Yeah, it was a bit more stress on the body than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman, it was at that moment Darby knew he'd fucked up.
It's just as soon as he goes up, you just hear the pain and anguish in everybody's thoughts over it.
Yeah, but for him, he just fucking lies there and just goes, ow.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder how he puts himself through it. I mean, he must have a real big mental block for pain.
He's either got to have a mental block of pain, some really good medication if he has got that sort of medication, why the fuck he ain't sharing it out to help pain management.
He probably did. He probably gave some to fucking Matt Riddle.
I don't think it was that sort.
Still funny, though.
But it's stuff like that. You look at it, you sit there you think to yourself, down the road, he's going to pay for that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, how old's Darby Allin now? Is he in his 20s?
I'm now having to look that up now, actually, how old he is.
Because I genuinely don't know how old he is.
He's 29.
So 29. Bearing in mind, I have a standard match. My body hurts. And it's nowhere near the intensity that he does it.
Yeah.
But then again, you've only got to look at Johnny Knoxville. The guy's still 50, doing stupid shit.
Yep. Some people are just rubber band. Almost a rubber band.
Yeah. And to be honest, when you watch his body fold, he knows far too much of how to land.
You
but
see
obviously, in in that clip, it was that would have been nigh on impossible to avoid pain.
Yeah. You know pain was coming.
If your legs didn't hurt, your fucking neck and your back would have.
If your legs didn't hurt. Sure, they're not going to hurt landing on a metal fucking barricade from a back body drop.
But 29 though, mate, and standing toe to toe with fucking Samoa Joe, even though Joe did literally kill him.
Yeah.
So, I am surprised, though, from some of the bumps that Darby Allin's taken, I am surprised that he hasn't been coughing up blood at one point.
Yeah.
But he just seems so light. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to him. It's like when he hits the floor, it sucks, but it's like he's landing like a feather. It's so weird.
Yeah. You see,
it might just be one of them where he's a genetic freak and he can just his body can just take hours of punishment.
Punishment after punishment.
Yeah.
The difference is that is going to catch the fuck up. It will catch up eventually.
No doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that won't catch up with him.
It won't.
No doubt. 100%. It will catch up with him.
Oh, definitely.
100%. Never in a million years will anybody be able to take that much punishment and it not catch. I mean, even Knoxville and everyone saying, like, you know, Steve-O, he's still doing fucking mental shit. He's still doing shit that fucking... He's still doing shit in his, in his late 40s, 50s that Darby Allin's doing now.
Yeah, but the difference is there's a difference between them pair. Them pair actually, with Steve-O and Knoxville, they're actually having breaks in between where Darby isn't.
Well, he will be having breaks in between. It's just that when's the next break going to come?
Yeah. It's sort of with Darby. It's almost with the Jackass guys. They're not doing that every week. Darby's doing that almost every week. And then
when they were on MTV, they were doing it every week. They were doing it 5 to 6 days a week.
At the time, are they doing that now?
Oh no, not now. Not now.
No, that's the difference.
When they were about the same age as Darby Allin,
they were.
Bearing in mind that some of the shit that they do, isn't anywhere near as bad.
Yeah, and some of them even injured him. Knoxville even ended up coming off with a few injuries, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, mate, he's had fucking. What was it now? I think the worst one he said that he had was when Butterbean knocked him out. Oh
yeah, he just said he just said it was an out of body experience.
Yeah, he said as soon as his fist hit him in the side of the head, that was it. He was. He got knocked over, so he banged his head on the way down as well. So he had concussion from the punch and hitting his head on the fucking cabinet and the floor. So that's 3 times.
Yeah.
And when they try and get him up off the floor as well, he was like, "What happened?
What happened?"
Fucking speaking of legends, man, Butterbean's a fucking legend, man.
Yeah. What? Why is it that he's always involved with punching somebody who's been involved in wrestling in some form of case?
Yeah, true.
Knocking him unconscious.
Mate, that guy is a knockout machine.
Yeah. Oh, we've got Bart Gunn who's won the Brawl for All, who wasn't meant to win it. How do we reward him? Here's Butterbean. That was not a reward. That was not a fucking reward.
Butterbean even toyed with him for a little bit before he killed him.
That's how you know it wasn't a reward. That was a fucking punishment.
Yeah, it was a punishment.
It was literally, yeah. See you later.
But back to the injury side of things.
Yeah.
Matt and Jeff. We know that Matt and Jeff have been daredevils and it's caught up with them. So Darby, it won't be long. I'd give it another 6 to 10 years before he's like, shit, this has really fucked me up.
Yeah. Guevara's going to get it eventually.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've done some stupid shit in my time. Nowhere near the stuff that Darby Allin does. My body is regretting them things.
Yeah.
Especially after wrestling. And I think if I'd have been wrestling for as long as you have, I would be a lot worse.
I feel a bit blessed. I haven't had anything serious from wrestling. Majorly.
That's good.
Apart from the occasional shoulder ache from an F5
Touch
gone
wood.
wrong.
Touch wood.
already am. Touch wood. Apart from
No.
and not that wood. Apart from the F5 that went wrong, which sucked. Because as much as you saw the fractured finger, that was nowhere near my worst injury. Nowhere near it for wrestling. One of the worst injuries I had from wrestling. I've been knocked out unconscious, concussion. I would say the shoulder dislocation was the worst. That one sucked.
And here's me just sitting here fucking yawning.
Yeah, because your injury tops it.
Oh, is that it?
No, I think what made it so bad with mine was the fact that the F5 landed on my shoulder, popped my entire shoulder out, and as I'm rolling, it's like, yeah, I'm rolling. Where the fuck's the edge of this ring? Fucking fall off the edge of the ring and land on my shoulder. The one that popped out.
Oh, sorry, you're still talking.
Yeah, I am. Pops it back in, and what does it do as it goes back in? Fucking snags a nerve, you bastard.
But I will say that when I broke my finger once, I remember I had nerve damage on that, and I was like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Like when it dislocated a finger as well, dislocated my little toe, popped that in, that trapped a nerve. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's a while for it to fucking pop back out again. It's fucking vile. And that first click as well, that first click or crack that you get from the joint, it's like, oh.
Flashback.
Yeah, it's like, fuck. So yeah, I know what that feels like.
The difference is, because of the cold weather, I still get the odd ache, and it's like, fuck off.
Really? Do you? You get the odd ache?
No, I do, but I can imagine you get the odd ache with your injury. From cold weathers and everything. Which
the only kind of people that can trump me in regards to like wrestling injuries is like people who've obviously broken the neck or lost a life. Yeah. I genuinely think they can trump my injury. Even a broken leg, I wouldn't say trumps my injury.
No.
I don't think it does, because
no, it doesn't.
I've got permanent damage.
No, it's not just that. It's on a vital area. It was on a vital area where it was, and the fact is, with a leg, at least your leg can be potentially reset so you can still walk on it.
Yeah,
and there is alternatives. If
where mine was, it could have killed me.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so, which is why I never compare our actual injuries. Whenever I would bring up one of my injuries, the difference is I've probably had more injuries than you, but fucking combined, I don't even think.
In wrestling, you have. In wrestling, you have.
Yeah, in wrestling, that's what I mean. In wrestling, combined injuries, I've had more than you. But even all my combined fucking injuries together, I don't think matches up to the fucking one that you had.
No, I don't think that, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm saying that.
Injuries throughout my life.
Oh, I would say.
I could hands down say that.
You've probably got the edge on me on that one, because most of my injuries are usually from wrestling or catching someone off a fucking ladder.
Cracked ribs, broken coccyx, broken toes, fingers, dislocated fingers, toes, broken face. Fuck! What did I do once that really fucking sucked? Oh, accidentally stabbed myself.
What?
Yeah, with a knitting needle of all fucking things.
Ow! I think one of my injuries that absolutely sucked. I didn't even realise I had it until I went to the doctors after a few days. It just how it happened. It just happened during a Rumble match. It just occurred. My leg buckled underneath me, and I was like, I can't fucking move my leg. I haven't just broke my leg, have I? No, I just couldn't bend my leg. What it was is, for some unknown reason, I somehow, do you know, on the kneecap?
Yeah.
Right behind it, the socket, the cushion.
Yeah.
I inflamed that.
Oh, I've done that. Fucking hell.
Oh, no, but I didn't know how the fuck I did it. Imagine you're in a rumble.
Honestly.
I was in a rumble, doing a few strikes, and then next minute, my leg just buckled, couldn't move, had to pull myself up using the ropes. I'm just there thinking to myself, do I need to get the fuck out of here? Shake my leg off, and then suddenly realise I can walk on it again, finish it, and then the next day, I ain't walking.
Yeah, I've done that myself. Didn't mind playing football. And all I did, the pitch was so dry. It was so fucking dry. The mud felt like concrete. And I took a step back as I was walking backwards because I was in central defence. I was walking backwards and I just felt my fucking knee hyperextend and it got stuck. And it was horrible. Done. So I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah, done.
It takes a while to get over, that does.
What?
Takes a while to get over. What else have I done? Golf ball elbow. Going down a water slide, smacked my elbow and it swelled up to the size of a golf ball and didn't go down for about 3 weeks. Showed you the bruise, didn't I? Showed you the bruise, didn't I?
Yeah, I remember that one.
How did you do it, Irvine? Oh, well, I decided to go down a water slide with a bodybuilder strapped to my back.
The only way I could possibly even say breaking a leg is bad, almost just as bad as your injury, is if the leg almost comes off completely.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Losing a limb.
Yeah, and all I'll say to you is, former tag team partner of mine, did a rugby match. I just saw the head picture, it was like, nope, see you later, I'm out.
I remember when one of my old friends fell out of a fucking fern tree and broke his wrist. And his hand was actually sitting on top of his wrist.
No, it's just not right. But the funny thing about it is, immediately after, the most important thing, and this is what a bit of the topic's going to be associated, bring us back to our wrestling topic, pain management.
Yeah.
Pain management is vital.
You see me, obviously, no different to Darby Allin. I've got plenty of tattoos.
Yeah.
Et cetera. And it takes a lot of fucking...
I've got a few tattoos myself.
It takes a lot to sit there and take pain, constant pain for about 8 hours.
Yep.
Maybe 1 or 2 breaks in between. Mm-hmm. If it's a big tattoo like I've got, then you're talking hours in the chair. So, that takes a lot of pain management. And then you look at Darby Allin and you think, fucking hell, he does all that stuff to his body and he's got big tattoos and stuff like that. Yeah. That fucking sucks. You see people with neck tattoos. That's probably the worst place on the fucking body to ever have a tattoo, from personal experience so far.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got people who've got them on the throat, and I'm like, how do you do that? Well, I know for a fact that I could not cope.
I've seen people with tattoos on their throat, their skull, their face.
Feel sick now.
What?
I've seen somebody actually have a full-on dragon, tattooed all the way down their penis and on the tip.
Yeah.
How?
And
I
why?
brush my red end up against my fucking pants and I get shivers going down my fucking spine.
all I heard off.
And she keeps sucking, and you're like, oh!
All I heard was, just brush.
It literally, it's like, you know, when Marv goes into the cellar in Home Alone 2, and he goes and he puts his hands on the tap to wash his face because he's covered in paint.
Oh my God! I know exactly which one you're about.
That is literally my reaction to when it's very tingly at the end and you can't take any more.
By the way, just think, just remember that noise that you got in your head right now, and just compare it to the noise of when a certain slap to a certain post happened on Friday.
I didn't think it'd be long since I brought that up.
What?
I think that's a different sensation.
Oh no, different sensation, but it's more of the inspiration.
Both end up in tingles, but yeah.
Both had tingling sensations, just one was a lot shorter than the other.
Well, speak for yourself.
One of them didn't involve electric. Anyway, point being is, it is something that is very vital, and a lot of people don't sit there and think, well, you know, how can wrestlers get so easily addicted to certain medication or painkillers and everything?
Case in point,
wrestling.
It's no different. It's no different than you going for a tattoo knowing that it fucking hurts and then buying numb cream and pouring it on.
Yeah.
Because you know it works. It takes the pain away, or it eases it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely. I mean, you look at famous rappers like Eminem who got addicted to sleeping pills.
Yeah.
You look at Heath Ledger. He got addicted to them. Unfortunately, it killed him.
Certain actors who decided to do a speedball. Oof.
Yeah. Dead instantly.
Yeah.
So, you know, wrestlers are no different. No different.
It's not. And the funny thing about it is...
there's a drug, right, called Solpadeine. Solpadol.
Yeah.
Right? And it's stronger than Solpadeine.
Yeah.
But it's one that's issued by doctors. Now, I remember I had such a vile migraine once, and I just didn't know where to turn. So somebody gave me some Solpadol. And fuck me, I was floating on sunshine. And that to me, straight away, I was like, God, I could do with another one of them if I ever got another fucking headache like that. And then it came to the point where I was just taking them for a headache. That's when you know that you can stop.
It can lead to a very treacherous road, and a lot of people ask me when I'm hurting or aching, why don't you take pain medication at times? It's because if I can tough it out, I'm fine. If I have to take it, I will take it. If I don't need to take it, I won't take it. Simply because it is so easy to go down that treacherous road.
Here's the thing, right? When I was in hospital with my face, the amount of Oromorph that they gave me in that first night that I was in hospital, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
And I was actually lying there fast asleep. I could hear what was going on around me, but I was asleep. It was weird. It was a really weird experience. Then they were giving me anti-sickness tablets and giving me other pain medication on top of that. Whatever you're allowed to be prescribed at the time.
Yeah.
And it was like, it really was genuinely an out-of-body experience. And then you just know this is the reason why people who are in pain get addicted to them so quickly.
Yeah.
Especially people who are drug addicts, not because of they come off and they go on to, just their morphine to, stop the urges.
Yeah.
But, it's not just about, taking other drugs to get over other drugs. It's about willpower as well. And it's hard.
Yeah.
was when I come back home after the operation. They gave me about 2 weeks worth of about a week's worth of Oromorph. Then they gave me codeine. That was the other drug they gave me, codeine. There you go, codeine. That's addictive as well.
Yes.
That fucking thing makes me feel like I've just smoked a biffy. Fucking start getting the munchies. Now.
There's a reason why I'm laughing.
Reach for the Jaffa cakes.
There's a good reason why I'm laughing right now. You ready for this?
Why?
The last time I had to take codeine. Guess what happened? No, guess what happened?
What?
I got hungry.
Yeah, you do. You don't just get any kind of hungry, though. It's just like kind of hungry where you start eating and you can't stop.
And the weird thing about it is, guess what I ended up having with them after? Guess what I ended up munching on? Ironically. You just said it.
Jaffa cakes.
But this is, someone just goes, you can't have them, I don't care.
God, I've Jaffa cake. Got diabetes.
You can't have it, it'll kill you. Worth it.
You can imagine Matt Burns being the kind of person, right, to actually be that kind of person where you walk into a fucking cupboard or something like that, and like a big storage closet or something like that. You walk in and you just see him sit there with fucking chocolate all on his face and just go, "What are you doing? He'll kill you." He'll look at you and just go, "Totally worth it, man."
Totally worth it.
Well, yeah. So that. So anyway, we've gone past that now. Anyway, so
yeah.
Maybe segue now in local wrestling.
Yes.
A lot of shows cancelled over the last 2 months.
Whew, no shit. A promotion ending.
Promotion ending and not bothering to follow through on the last show because they couldn't be arsed.
Not even going to touch. Well, shall we touch on that one, or shall we just glance over and just move the fuck on, almost like how they did as much?
I just about to say I don't even think it's fucking worth mentioning because I'm already pissed off about it as it is.
Yeah, because the thing is, there's been rumours of speculation over certain individuals like, oh, it couldn't happen because of such a thing, certain special reasons. Well, suppose some of the reasons that have come out are, some of it is just bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. But we're not here to talk.
We're not going to judge on it. The thing is, they moved on. They're done.
Game over.
Game over. Moving on. If they come back at a later date, that's their choice. But the point being is, they're going to have to update and pretty much not do the same shit that they did.
Yeah, exactly. And not run it into the ground.
Not run it into the ground or bitch at other people who complain about it.
This would send you off on a fucking rant.
No, I'm ending it there. But anyway, that aside, the best thing about it is, not only have some companies ended, we've also got some bright sparks of some new ones potentially starting as well.
Well, it's not potentially. There is one that's...
There is. No, I said some. I didn't say directly one. There's a few. There's more than a few.
I mean, I don't know how other people see this, but, you know, I don't feel that a wrestling company needs to have pro wrestling in the title. But, you know, okay, whatever. It is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, it's a new promotion. It's going to be fucking it's going to be worldy. Honestly, it's going to be massive.
Yeah.
And that'll be starting in the Midlands.
Yep.
So keep your eyes on my Facebook page for that.
Mm-hmm.
And the bin or
the bin, you know, about to say, yeah. I don't mind showing it out.
You know, probably end up sharing it through UKWA. You just keep your eyes on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of UKWA, first show.
Go.
Go.
First show. which will be Finest Hour 3. And this is going to be an exclusive then, if we're going to air it on here. So, we haven't officially announced it on our own social media either. So, for anyone who does listen in, you're getting an exclusive right now. Our first show will be February 18th. Coppenhall Working Men's Club. Finest Hour 3. Could you repeat that?
It will be the finest hour, mateys.
And the main event is already known. We've already got one. We've got 2 high caliber matches already announced, which are the final for the UK Heavyweight Tag Team Tournament. Finally.
Thanks for that.
And we've also got the main event, of course.
Yep.
Which is Charles Kelsey versus CJ Rollins 1-on-1. No interference. Because if there is any interference, so God fucking help me. I will be raining on many people's parades. I'll show a side that of Matt Burns that not many people actually see, especially on the business side. I will make sure fucking hell and that hell rains down upon the individuals.
Well, anyway, with that being said, we'll hope to get the announcement out shortly.
Graphics. And by the way, I have also considered your request as well.
Oh, that's good then. That's good, but we'll
need to go through some fine points at a later point anyway, because there's a few details I want to discuss over the last show anyway.
I'm going to go fucking Eddie Kingston on your ass.
Really? Pound Shop Cena?
No, he's kind of impressed me of lately, so,
Good lad, good lad. But anyway, before we actually go straight on to UK independent scene, actually, fully in depth anymore, there was the news I wanted to mention that just popped up recently.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Velveteen Dream.
Oh, fucking hell.
Arrest footage has been released.
What, he's been arrested now?
He was arrested, yeah. But it's been released, the footage has.
Finally?
Yeah. It was involving a incident at Club Orlando on August 20th when he was arguing with one of the facility's employees. The dispute escalated. He became irate and argumentative, threatened to kill the employee. He hit the individual and proceeded to bite the employee during a fight before the police arrived and arrested him.
Do you know who I am? A nonce.
The source TMZ Sports released police footage of the arrest. In the video, Clark admits that he is a little inebriated, with quotation marks around a little inebriated, and he also tells the officers they never read him his Miranda rights. Additionally, he says he works for WWE, though the company released him in 2021.
Yeah, I was about to say, oh, do you know who I am?
And
No.
And tell me if this is smart. Telling the officers that they fucked up on multiple occasions and calling one of them a fucking rookie.
Oh, well, shit happens.
He was later charged with the battery and trespassing on the property, but the court date was cancelled. Probably due to either paying off the fine and everything or other reasons.
I'm sorry.
Potentially.
Sorry that I'm such an arsehole.
Yep. That's it.
It surprises me how long it took for them to fucking sack Velveteen.
Not going to go there with that one.
No, we're
Shall we
not going
move
to
on?
touch that.
No, we're not touching that one. Shall we go back to where we were, which was UK wrestling?
UK. So UK. I think we could start with Friday.
Actually,
so Friday.
Shall I start before Friday? Actually,
Why? Where are you going?
Superior.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
No comment.
Yes, you did. Superior Wrestling. I went down there. Unfortunately, my esteemed colleague couldn't make it due to prior engagements, and it wasn't through any fault, that he didn't want to be there. I know he wanted to be there.
Yeah, well, the fact is that I've got to do.
You had
things.
a lot on.
I bit off a bit more than I could chew.
Which does happen.
Yes, considering that I'm still actually doing that thing that I can't. I've bitten off more than I can chew.
And it's taken longer than you anticipated.
Don't even get me started on it. You don't want to know.
Fair enough.
It's a lot going on, matey. But anyway, yeah, come on, Superior Wrestling.
They had some great lineups. The owners were very, very welcoming, and honestly, second show, a lot of people could sit there and say there weren't many. Probably seeing clips, because there is clips of it going out there right now. They're probably sitting there saying there wasn't a lot of people there. Bear in mind that England were playing that day as well.
Yes, they were playing in the World Cup, and I'm so glad that they fucking they got knocked out when they did.
Right, that happened. England were playing. Then there's also the icy roads, because fuck me, I almost went flying a few times. And yes,
I would have paid to have seen it.
Hashtag you would have had the recording of it because someone had their phone on them, not me. I would have actually told them to send a copy to you.
Oh.
Point being is,
the last time that we went flying in crew and you nearly literally went flying.
Worse than that.
Never mind. Anyway, come on, Superior Wrestling. We've gone over. You need to hurry up.
We will hurry up. I'll be as quick as I can. All I'll just say is, Home Alone 2, Marv down when he was slipping on the paint.
Don't you mean the ice?
No, when it was on the paint. It was paint he was slipping on.
Oh, in the basement,
In the basement, yeah. You now just picture that in your head, me doing that now, haven't you?
Well, yeah, it just reminiscence of a baby elephant trying to walk for the first time.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, point being is the show was entertaining. Highly recommend. If anybody does want to have a good event, do recommend go and check them out. They are very, very clever. The one thing I will say is they're very, very wise in the fact that they are open to criticism as well. They literally ask me,
not just open to criticism, but they're actually asking for feedback.
Yeah, they're asking for feedback as well, and the fact is they want to do what's right for wrestling fans.
Yeah, exactly. So
good head on their shoulders. So that's one
Friday.
thing I'll just say this: Superior Wrestling, recommend check them out. Now moving on to Friday. Floor's yours.
Friday night was United's last wrestling show of the year. We thought, oh God, it's December. It's very hard for a crowd in December.
Christmas Battle Royale.
Surprisingly not.
Yep.
Surprisingly not. It was a decent turnout. We had a lot of fun. Loud crowd. Matt Burns finally managed to get his hands on Xander Zulu. I got my hands on fucking AJ Hughes for the second time and beat him again for the second time. although I didn't win the Battle Royal, the title stayed in the product. And,
You still called it.
well, we still pretty much called it. It was going to stay in the product no matter what. So it was an entertaining show. It was a very, 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 very lively crowd. Very lively. I even got to ride around on a child's scooter.
Good God. You also put on accents as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to wind the crowd up, haven't you? So, I was speaking of French for a little while,
There was that. There was also the fact of, scooters were involved, bombs being slapped.
Bums being slapped, faces being slapped.
Assault
My
happening.
face flattening up because I got punched in it by AJ Hughes.
Me having to save you again.
Well, I'm not being funny, but
I took one for the
team.
team.
That worked both ways.
It did.
You scratched mine, I scratched yours.
And it worked. Geniusly.
Backs, I meant.
No, it worked geniusly as well.
It did. And if you look on my social media page, there's a couple of pictures from... There
is.
But anyway, I want to carry on with United Wrestling because obviously they've got a big year coming up next year. Yep. They've released all their show dates for next year, including the special shows in Wales.
Yep.
So make sure that you're looking out for that if you're in that vicinity. Obviously, last Friday of the month, Abbey Alton Sports and Social Club.
Yep.
Fantastic way to spend the night, just to watch some wrestling, chill, have a laugh, watch us. Because why else would you want to go?
And whatever you do, just don't listen to Xander Zulu over what he called us. We're not that.
Why do you get to be Pumba?
Really?
Oh, fair point.
You do realise that's a bit of a... He's saying you're slim and slender.
Yeah, but mind you, yeah. To be honest, I am a bit like Timon, aren't I?
Yeah. You like how I just turn that around for you, don't you?
I'm a bit skittish and a bit fucking... people find me really annoying, but I don't care.
Next, you'll be sitting there saying, what we're going to be doing next? What do you want us to do? Dance with the hula?
Una Matata?
Oh, you're aching! Yep.
Yep. I'm not eating any. But anyway, all their show dates are released for next year. We're hoping to get some more for the UKWA released as soon as we possibly can.
There is one match I'm definitely going to be hyping up right now for the next United show. Is my it's got to be my match simply because what's on the line.
Yeah, Xander Zulu's United Wrestling career versus Matt Burns' title.
My British Championship. And how dumb is he sitting there saying, you're banned from ringside? What happened to Paul Malin?
Never mind what happened to Paul Malin. He seems to forget, Richard Lee seems to forget that there's more people in the product.
Yeah. But then again, he is so forgetful. But then again, just look at his social media and just remember the nickname I called him. What was it? I called him a lethal weapon.
He calls himself the Lethal Weapon, Richard Lees. But, from what we're judging, he is the illiterate weapon.
Yeah. And I remember seeing your face when I called it him directly to his face.
He can't even remember where most of his fucking workers come from. AJ Hughes.
He's not from England.
He's not even from England. He's from fucking Wales. When did Wales get knocked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not touch that one. But anyway, so But yeah, so to end the year, it was a good high to end the year, especially after a down couple of months because I hadn't wrestled for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Just bad timing and poor decisions went
Yeah.
against me. Not my poor decisions, but other people's poor decisions.
Or unfortunate circumstances.
Or unfortunate circumstances. It just one of them things. So it was nice to finally get out there and actually blow off the cobwebs. Because you do get rusty, even just after a couple of months off.
Yeah, you do. And
but next year, I'm hoping to be branching out to more places, taking the product with me, including yourself, Charles Kelsey, Dave Dalvecchio, maybe one or two others. Depends how I feel about that, and if we have a discussion about it, we could talk about it.
Yeah, because we've already got one individual already thrown his candidacy.
Zip it.
What?
Zip it.
I'm not saying who.
Zip it.
Although one thing I will say though is, I've still got to point one thing out. Rave Boy is still on the wrong. Wrestling's not for you. Wrong show. Dancing with the Stars, maybe.
No, I think you should just stick to the dance mat.
Oh yeah. Dance Revolution games.
Yeah,
you should stick there. Definitely, I agree with you on that one.
We need to finish there because it's getting late, and quite frankly, I literally need to start winding down for the end of the year.
No, definitely, I agree with you. We've done a little bit more than we normally do because it is the last full episode of The Burning Truth. Agreed?
Yep.
Next 2 weeks, we'll probably have a message going out.
Yeah. Well, it's traditional. It's tradition. We do it every year.
We have done. And so, with that being said, this will be most likely the final time we say the following this year. But before we get to the following finish, I'm just going to point out what I stated at the beginning of the show. We always cover and mention about Black Lives Matter, hashtag speaking out, and everything else. Correct?
Uh-huh.
Going into the new year, we won't need to mention it. We're not going to be mentioning it going forward. But that does not mean we're not in support of it. Yeah, we are in full support of it.
Sense.
What?
It makes sense, and plus it's still on the Burning Truth website of who we support and why.
Yeah. We do. It is on there. We are in full support of them, and the thing is, I feel as though we have let the box to speak to us about them topics are always going to be available. Always, as long as it's not slanderous or as long as it's not anything that can get anyone in trouble.
Yeah,
agreed.
Or false accusations, which could possibly end somebody's career. Anyway, I'm not getting into that.
No, you're not going to get into that. The point being is
that we won't need to mention it at the beginning of the show because you know what we're in support of. You know what we're about. If you want to, if you're new to us, you'll be able to check us out on social media. You'll know what we're about, who we support, and why we support them.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we don't do this shit for cheap thrills. We don't do it for cheap pops.
No. And the thing...
I was waiting for you to giggle then.
Why?
Oh, I'll explain it to you later.
I couldn't giggle because I was too busy trying not to cough.
It's either that or you're having a pokey bum wank. Anyway, so, so there's that. But no, that's what I'm saying. If you're new to us or you know what we're about, then we don't really need to keep reminding you of it. It was like when we were doing our outro, and it used to take a good half an hour because Matt Burns kept fucking up.
Granville.
I was about to say, isn't that right, Arkwright?
Yeah.
Google.
Yeah. The point being is, it always took forever, and now we're now at a stage where we can comfortably don't need to mention it, but we are in full support of.
Yeah, and if we see it on your social media that you're not happy with that we don't say it anymore because you think that we're just on the bandwagon, then happily come and join us on the show. Come and join us.
Join us on the show. We're more than happy to discuss it because we've even covered
some cheap pops. Oh my God, has he just got it? Has he just got it? Has the penny finally fucking dropped?
Yes, it fucking has. I didn't hear it the first time, but I heard it that time.
Fuck's sake, Burns.
What? At least I got it now.
I'm listening to you, matey. I'm always here to lend you my ear. More like your fucking rear.
Don't make me fart on you.
No, please don't. I don't fancy fucking being like that scene out of Judgment Day when it just disintegrates that person standing at the railings. Sarah Connor.
But anyway, the thing is, we're always going to be in full topic, and there is going to be times where we may have to cover it a bit like on a past episode where we mentioned about a certain topic involving a certain Thorne, Kevin Thorne, who covered it on Twitter. But the point being is there is still going to be topics that we need to cover. We will cover them. We are in support of Black Lives Matter and, of course, hashtag Speaking Out, and always going to be in full support of the LGBTQ plus community.
Friends.
Yeah, and we always are going to be in full support of it. The point being is, we don't need to keep telling you about it because you know us. You should, you know us by now.
And if you don't, head over to social media and you'll know.
You'll know. Or if you're not sure, ask us.
Stop stumbling now. You're just going round and round in fucking circles. You're literally like the matey circle. You're like a train set going round, going matey, 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 woot, woot, matey, 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 woot, woot.
Was that your version of the badger, mushroom?
A little bit, yeah.
I thought you, yeah. I was, yeah. I was wondering what you're going to do for the third part.
Oh, well, I was thinking of going diabetes, but it was too long.
Matey. What was it? I'm just trying to remember what it was that you were doing.
No, it could be. Matey. Oyster. Burns. Matey.
Oyster.
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's when Matt Burns so horrendously fucked up and just went, oyster.
It was meant to be the world is your... The world is your...
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid that fucking word.
Episodes over the last fucking 2 years, you will see that Matt Burns has fucked up many times.
Yes. It's actually more of a miracle when I fucking don't.
It's thing. I mean, we've said that we wanted to do like a highlight reel of every time he's fucked up. Trouble is, it would take far too much money, far too much effort, and far too many resources to go through all that content just to find out when he fucked up.
Bear in mind that the first time the first one I ever did attempt at a podcast, with the previous name. I even choked on the fucking first episode, the first pre-recorded episode.
You choked on a pre-recorded episode.
Oh no, I proper. We didn't go to air, but all I'll say to you is we started to do we're about to do the recording of the first episode, and I just completely butchered my entire line, and it turned into. I almost sounded like an hysterical Ned Flanders. Thinking, fangle.
No, that sounds like the scientist out of The Simpsons.
What?
That sounded like the scientist out of The Simpsons.
Oh, Dr. Frank.
Not Ned Flanders. Yeah.
No, it was Ned when he lost the plot. God damn it! You know what I'm on about?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Anyway, come on.
Anyway,
make a shift.
With that being said, most important thing, especially during this time of year, mental health is always going to be vital. It is okay to be not okay. Asking for help is never a weakness. Finding out that, by asking for help, you can find out that there's more care for you than you could ever know. Never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits. It is vital that you make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish. It's necessary. We recommend you to be excellent to each other. And from ourselves, both of us can say we've helped each other at times when our mental health has been down. Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
And we have. And we really have. So, we always recommend you to be excellent to each other. And of course, please, 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 if you could be anything in this world, please be more kind. And of course, always follow the number one rule in general life.
And that is, don't offer to buy people things for Christmas and lend them money and use it to get back at them when they fall out with you.
That would still contribute under the actual rule.
Dick.
Yeah, that still contributes underneath the rule. Don't be a dick. Don't be one of them guys who sit there saying, "Oh, call out if you need." When we're saying we want to help you, we want to help you. We're not going to use it on you at a later date to sit there and go, "Well, I helped you at this time when you were down on your knees." Because if you're one of them pricks, fuck off.
Yeah, but I'd just like to point out when he says it's when he says that I was down on my knees, he was just using that as an example, not that I was actually on my knees.
Correct. That was just the fact that he's in a bad situation, not actually on his knees going, "Oh please, can I have some more?" No. Just no.
And just like that, I went from totally fine to want to vomit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. A little bit more. Just a little bit. You know what? I don't want any more. Anyway.
Well, you don't want me sounding like Cinderella at the ball, going to the ball, do you?
Oh.
Anyway. I knew you'd get that fucking joke straight away.
Say when she got to the ball.
Anyway.
Yeah, and that too.
With that being said, we hope you all stay well, stay safe, of course, stay warm as well, because fuck me, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you all at the next episode, which will be in the new year. We always recommend you check out your local wrestling. Check them out during this times. Check out their merch. And no, we're not saying buy their merch. Check it out if you want to support them.
I've got to pay you this time though, so I'll give you some 1PW DVDs because I'm such a fucking tight skin flip wanker.
And the monsters are only for me.
And the 1PW DVDs are about 10 years old.
Even though they're coming back and probably got their own fucking on demand. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, I've been Matt Burns.
I've been the fucking not so popular wanker. The twat on the Twitter.
Whose voice were you doing then?
I don't know. I kind of just lost it a bit because I think all that Cinderella gargling bollocks.
He's probably just. Maybe that's why his voice is so deep.
I'm the Hulk Hogan one, you know. Well,
Anyway, I've been Matt Burns.
how's it, Hogan? How's it for you, Hogan? Doesn't work for me, brother.
Oh my god, that's what way to fucking end an episode. Fucking hell. Anyway, I've been Matt Burns.
And I have been the man that likes to leave his mark on all of the idiots from the past. I am James Irvine.
Oh, fucking hell. It has been emotional, and we look forward to seeing you in the new year. Until then, stay safe and check out your local wrestling. Bye.
Bye. Have a great time.
Signed on my head with fucking permanent marker. For fuck's sake. Bullshit. Where's my fucking cannon monster? Or at the very least, where the fuck's Hogan?